Hey everyone. Yeah, so I'm going to do a quick demo of the OXRS firmware running on um, Kincony's KC868-A128. This guy. This is the device. This is the Kincony website. This is a ESPhome configuration that Kincony provides. Okay, this will get you going to start with, although you'll soon realize that it's pretty static, right? So these things will all show up in Home Assistant, which is great. But the moment you start thinking about additional options for the inputs like single, double, triple, holding, buttons, debound settings, blah, 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 it's going to get complicated, right? Timers for the outputs, if it's a relay or a motor or, so that's where I feel OXRS provides a lot of value here. Yeah, so OXRS, if you haven't heard about it, this is where you can go check it out, right? And it is a combination of hardware and software for lots of different devices. Once you've downloaded the firmware, you flash your device hardware with that OXRS firmware. So in the case of Kincony, AustinCreations. So Austin did an amazing job. He, they set up he's compiled a couple of binaries for this device already, and you load that to the device. You select the IP address of the device right on this admin page, and it's nice and easy, nice and simple to configure it. Okay, no need to write and edit Home Assistant templates for every single configuration. Again, this thing has 128 inputs and 128 outputs. So this provides you with a nicer experience in terms of how to configure it and how to configure those inputs, right? What's the default setting and what kind of inputs you've got connected. So lots of options for inputs, and they're already predefined or pre-configured for you. Same thing for outputs. Yeah, so this is all again based on it's using MQTT broker, and cool. So at the end of the day, you want to integrate this with Home Assistant. Well, since it's just MQTT, it's pretty straightforward in terms of how you're gonna integrate it, right? It's very easy to integrate it. I'm in like first version of integrating some blinds, and if you can maybe just make out the noise. I'm not sure if you can see any lights, but yeah. So when I tell the blind to go up, one of the relays on the driver just triggered. I stop it, switches off, down, it's going down, as you'd expect, right? And yeah, so those are the blinds that I've got configured already in Node Red. So the community also has shared some Node Red templates, and that's something that is community driven. More will be coming out, and to show you how this would work. So these are for the inputs. Yeah, so for the inputs, and if I grab a hold of my wall switch and connect the wall switch with an Ethernet cable. Right, so it's connected here. It's to these 4 inputs, right? 1 Ethernet cable, 4 inputs. I'm using 2 as ground, and the other 2 I haven't connected them. The other 2 remaining wires, I intend to use them for other purposes. So, and once you've connected that, so the 4 buttons should start to work. So there we go. Press a button, single, double, triple, quadruple, triple again, There we go. And holding, it all just magically works. Yeah, so those are inputs. Let's quickly just go here to outputs. So this just a example of the outputs working. So here I've got injecting a payload, sending it through MQTT to this device. The payload is something like this, right? Index 1 on index 2 on index 3, blah, blah, blah. And when I send it, boom, 128 on, boom, 128 off. There we go. Couldn't be easier than that. Nice and straightforward to be able to visually understand what's going where. Yeah, so there's also a touch device as part of OXRS. So if we look at the blinds example that I was showing earlier, so we can see here that we have these 4 blinds, and we can kind of make out little status underneath it saying open. And if we go here and we just say, oh, I should just go stop, close. If we go up, send all the blinds up, you can see that it'll say status opening. That one's already open, that one's closing, and you can, like, in the background, you can hear what's going on in terms of the relay switching on and off. Yeah, so again, this little display device is pretty nifty little addition where we can also then configure additional stuff. Although it's not related with this Kincony device, it's pretty cool, and it's actually very responsive as well, and all based on MQTT and the amazing work of the guys at OXRS and Superhouse. Okay, hopefully that will be of use to some of you or someone. Thank you. Bye-bye.